Just a reminder that this and all my other videos are made for doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening.
Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey and welcome back to my closet. So today I have finally gone to this little store near me that someone suggested for me to go to like last summer and I just never got around to it. But I happened to be in the area on a Saturday morning and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna finally go and do it. And I am really glad I did. It was really cool and I am going to show you the footage, of course, and then we will take a look at the things that I bought. Okay, so today we are going into this little store called Kryptonite Toyz. It was suggested to me by Austin Lord, who is familiar with the area, and yeah, it's just a little one-off kind of toy store, so I'm excited to see what kind of things they might have inside. When I walked in the store, I was like super impressed with how much stuff they had. Right away, of course, my eye was caught by the little Harry Potter section they had here with an old Mattel Hermione and Harry. And yeah, I mean, I'm really not into Hermione's face here, or I might have wanted to get her or Harry. They were also like super expensive, so you know, I wasn't about to drop $50. Some of the prices I think were a little high in this place, but it is a small store and a one-off store, so you know, they gotta try to keep business going. I think Harry's face here, though, is a little bit better than Hermione's. It's a little closer to Daniel Radcliffe, so it wasn't terrible. There was this big Hagrid figure that came with Norbert. Just a lot of cool things that I haven't seen for Harry Potter because they were before I was into it. And a couple of more recent things, too. Although, this Dumbledore, he looks like his eyes are closed from a distance. You gotta really look close to see that they're open. But he had a real hair beard, which was kind of cool. So I appreciate that there's a lot of a mix of new and old. Like, they buy vintage stuff here, so if you had any in-box items you wanted to sell, you could. Like this strange Shaggy figure that has real human hands, but a cartoon face. Never seen those before. We also had Ken dressed up as Freddy, and I'm pretty sure I had a generic, like, Scooby-themed Barbie, but not Barbie as any of the characters, because I do have a Scooby that's plastic, I think, that came with her. I just don't have the Barbie anymore. And what I also really like about this store is that everything is sectioned off, so it's not like if you're looking for something specific, you have to dig through every single shelf to find it. If you're looking for Scooby-Doo stuff, it's in the Scooby section. If you're looking for Marvel, there's a Marvel section. Like over here we have the Transformers section, which just has a bunch of figures and things. And again, it's a mix of old stuff that people have sold to the store and new things. There was that Undertaker figure. I was wondering if my brother might be interested in that because he likes WWE. Over here we had some Micro Machines, which my brother also had when he was little, and I used to play with them too a lot. I always thought they were a lot of fun. We've got some loose minifigures here for Lego, and then there's some Betty Boop stuff down there. There was a lot of collectibles too, besides just regular toys. That's gotta be the weirdest thing I've ever seen from Harry Potter, as far as merchandise. Over here we have some strawberry shortcakes, and as you can see, these loose ones are $19.99. And then we have some boxed ones. And of course, they are way more expensive because they are in the box. We had like $45 each. I wonder if they still smell good. And then over here, we have this Dolly Parton doll, which I never knew that they made a doll of her that was like a fashion doll size. I know they have the 18-inch style doll at Dollywood in Tennessee, but that one's definitely gotta be out of the 80s. Up there, we had some Loungefly. There's some socks, lanyards, and t-shirts. So I feel like some of this stuff is kind of like the way that these discount stores like Ollie's or TJ Maxx get things, that it's just slightly older merchandise that it's not selling at the major retailers anymore. So like I said, this combination of that and then whatever people bring in. These Mickey plushes are really, really nice, and I had never seen anything like them before. They're a little bit older, but not like super old. I think they were only from 2000 or something. I had to kind of move some stuff out of the way so that I could get a better look at it. But I really loved the blue and gold, and there was another one that had like fireworks next to it. But I'm not sure what this series was for or what it was celebrating. But interestingly, it was made by Just Play. So, and you'll see that better when I put it upside down here, just to look at the date on the bottom. But it was $60, and I don't think that I was ready to spend $60, even if it's a really nice looking plush. Over here we have some Dragon Ball Z figures, Street Fighter, we've got some Marvel, this Elizabeth Swann one from Pirates of the Caribbean, which I didn't know they ever made figures for. And over here we have this little Ghostbusters area with some really nice figures. I'm not sure if those are more modern or if they're from the 80s, but they looked pretty movie accurate. And then this is the only bit of Sailor Moon stuff that I saw in the whole store, which I'm a little disappointed about. But these are from early 2000s, which is when I first discovered Sailor Moon when I was a kid, and I am like 100% sure that I had this Venus that I show you right here. I probably still do. I have no idea where she could be. Yeah, we're just gonna hide him back there. Forget him. My Venus got all beaten up and dirty, and I think the arm fell off. So I kind of was tempted to buy a replacement, but I feel bad because I have the other one somewhere. So maybe I'll just have to find her and clean her up. Interestingly though, you notice there's some Japanese text on it, even though on the back it says DIC, which means that it was made for the English dub. Over here we've got some DC superheroes, including these really strange ones that look kind of off-brand. I never heard of that company that makes them, but yeah, those are the most minimalist boxes I've ever seen for an action figure. You saw there was Monster High, but we also had, well, this loose random Catwoman doll. And these, which I was not expecting these to still be here. It was almost a year ago now that Austin suggested that I come to this store. And he had bought the Cinderella out of this line, but the rest of the line is still here. These are really cute. They're late 90s Mattel miniature princesses. And I kind of wanted to get all of them because they're just really, really cute, but they're $20 each. So I decided I would pick just one. And again, I did not think that these would still be here. I was like, oh, it's been a year. There's no way that I'm still going to be able to get my hands on this. But no, there they were, the 4 remaining princesses. So I did pick up the Jasmine, and we will have a look at her later. But I did also really like the Aurora. I kept going back and forth about whether I should get Jasmine or Aurora, and maybe someday I'll have to go back and get her. Down here we had some loose My Little Ponies, couple G4s, and then a bunch of G3s. And I'm not really familiar with My Little Ponies. I don't really collect them actively, but there is a part of me deep inside that could be a horse girl. I decided to pick a couple, which I don't show right here, but you will see the ones that I picked later. Down here we had some little play school people.
We had this Raggedy Ann, which looks like she's made of wood, mainly, which kind of defeats the purpose of being a rag doll. And then Nanables, I've talked about these before. I never made a video about them, but I have a couple. I think they were super cute. They're obviously not around anymore. And there's a Webkinz figure. But I really like them. They remind me of Polly Pocket in some ways, though not as interactive, I guess. This was interesting, this Trapper Keeper game. I didn't know what a Trapper Keeper was, but it's like a school-based game where you have to do homework and stuff. I just thought it was really cute and looks so vintage and 90s. Probably way too easy for someone my age, but I don't know. I appreciated the aesthetic of it. Of course, we have Pokemon. Just tons and tons of Pokemon cards, some plushes, some more odds and ends kind of toys on this area. And I know I didn't show like every single shelf and everything that was on it, but there's just so much going on that, again, I have to suggest that you guys go and check it out for yourself if you're in the area, because it's just a cute little store and there's so many interesting things. Over here we have some Haunted Mansion figures. I did buy one of these for my friend who's very, very into Haunted Mansion. I've never seen anything like them before, but I thought they were really unique. Somebody's old autograph book was over there from Disney World. Down here we have some more figures. These interesting little storybook scenes for Snow White and Cinderella. And then another one for Snow White that has the evil queen. Some scary trolls over there, a bunch of blind bags. And then down here, which I never knew that they had, but they're these little Cobra Kai figures. I really like the Cobra Kai show, although I have not caught up with the latest season. But I did not know that they made figures, and they're kind of cool. Now over here, there was one singular vintage Barbie that I happened to spot. Dreamtime Barbie. And she is really cute. Has that superstar mold that I really like. I like her little nightgown. I was tempted to get her, but she was $40. Over here we had more figures and collectibles of different properties. There's just so much to see. And again, I appreciate that it's organized in a way that makes it easy to find what you might be looking for, or to just browse in a section of something that you are interested in. And then of course we get to the rooms full of Funko Pops. I mean, look at this room. It is just wall to wall to wall Funko Pops. I mean, we have every stage of Funko Pop, from like the early stages to the more recent ones. It's just like endless pops, and then there's a second room. I mean, there's just so many of them, a couple of loose ones, and again, organized by license so that it makes it easy to browse for what you're looking for. Somebody, when I was walking in, was leaving with a storage tub full of them. I don't know how much they spent. It was like a tub and then a canvas bag. It was crazy. Back here we have a bunch of Hot Wheels. And I never knew that they made Disney Princess Hot Wheels from when Mattel used to have the license. We also have a Sandy turned into a car from SpongeBob. And there are these little books that come with cars that I'd never seen before. I guess it just has a little bit about each type of car that it comes with. So if you're into Hot Wheels at all, this is definitely a place that you can look for some older ones. I mean, like, there's a lot of them. Not as many as there are Funko Pops, but there's a good selection. Over here we have some random plushes. You can see there's some board games behind there, different Monopolies. We got some Lego, both recent and a little bit older. Nothing super old, like I was curious to see if there were any Bionicles hanging around, but I didn't see any of those. And some more plushes. Pepe Le Pew's over there. This guy, the Fuggler, says funny ugly, but I was thinking something else. There's a minifigure plush. I didn't know they made plushes into minifigures. Here's a slightly creepy looking porcelain doll, and the BK King is back there. Have it your way. There's Power Rangers. This was interesting here. We have a Gilligan's Island figure of the skipper. I kind of like Gilligan's Island. I've been seeing it here and there on MeTV. I don't know if anyone has that. I think it's a local network, but they play old stuff and kind of like Gilligan, but I didn't know they made figures. Here we have some slightly older Care Bears. These are not really, really old. The tags were from the early 2010s. We have some Care Bear puzzles. And on the scary note of these yellow submarine figures, we are going to head back to the closet and see what we bought.
Alright, so we are back and I've got my little bag of goodies from Kryptonite. First of all, I bought this Madame Leota figure for my friend. His birthday is coming up soon and he loves Haunted Mansion, so I texted his husband and he said that he was pretty sure he didn't have this yet, so hopefully I did not buy him a duplicate of something he already has. It was $15.99 at the store and it is for the 50th anniversary of the ride, which puts us at about 2019, I think. It's Madame Leota. They did also have the Hitchhiking Ghosts, but I like this Madame Leota one. It's also a Target exclusive, or was a Target exclusive, which makes me more confident that he doesn't have it because he doesn't really shop at Target, which blows my mind. But she's there in her little crystal ball on the table. There was another variant that I'm not sure where it was supposed to be exclusive from, but you could see it in the video. It's a little bit more like she's clear rather than having her face defined, but I kind of like this version better because you can really see her eyes and her expression. And then there's the different characters you can get on the back, and it says 50 up here, so, you know, I'm not gonna open this because it's not for me. And then I did get 2 ponies. Now, as I said in the narration, I'm not really familiar with My Little Ponies that well, so I don't know the names of these. All I know is that they are G3, which I did look up while I was standing there. I was like, well, I know they're not G1 because they're not shaped like the ones that were like the reproductions in the boxes nearby, and they're not G4 because those I recognize. They're really cute, and I'm pretty sure I did have maybe 1 or 2 like smaller ones or a McDonald's version of G3 ponies when I was little. I might still have them buried somewhere. but I was just never a pony collector. Even though I do like ponies and horses in general, I could easily get into ponies if I wasn't so focused on dolls. I just felt like getting a couple just because they're cute. We have this one. Of course, their hair is going to need to be cleaned, which I will take care of later, but this one is purple, and I really liked the cutie mark going all the way down the leg of like a vine with flowers. I just thought she was really pretty, and of course she's purple. She's got like a mixed white and purple mane and a little smiley face. She was pretty cute and pretty good shape, and this one was $9.99. And then we had this one, which is a unicorn, and she has green eyes also. Her mouth is closed. She's got pink and purple hair and then like an ombre going on. This is why I really like this one, is because the cute little heart cutie mark and then the hearts and sparkles with the ombre on the legs. And I just noticed there's a little hanger stamped here. I mean, if you guys know more about ponies, you probably know what that means, but she's cute. And I like that their little heads turn and everything. And she was $6.99. There were a couple other cute ones too. There was one with tinsel in the hair, but the hair had been cut, so I was kind of like, Finally, this is what I was really hoping to find in the store in the first place, because I've been thinking about it kind of ever since Austin told me about this store. And it is this Musical Princess collection, Jasmine. As I said in the narration, I did not expect her to still be there. So either there's just no one in the Green Castle area that is that interested in old Disney mini dolls, or she might be a little bit overpriced compared to what you could get her for online. I didn't look. I really wanted to buy something because, you know, I took time. I was in there for a while filming and stuff and walking around. I didn't just want to be like, okay, I filmed and now I'm leaving. I wanted to buy something, support the little store, and, you know, I wanted to get one of these. And again, I'm glad that they were still there, because I would have been kind of disappointed if they weren't. So it was surprising, but it was a very good surprise. I am torn though about taking her out, because this packaging, this is some of the cleanest looking 90s packaging that I have ever seen. The copyright back here is 1994. So this is nearly 30 years old, and there's no yellowing. Whoever had this, I'm sure because all 5 were there, that whoever sold them to the store in the first place kept them purposely together and stored them nicely, because they're just in pristine condition. There's no bending really on the cardboard. It's just, I feel so bad opening it. Like, I don't know what to do. I really like her in the box, but I really like to see what she's like out of the box. I can't make up my mind. So let's look at the packaging though. It says Disney's Musical Princess Collection. There is Jasmine. I would say she's probably like 6 inches tall. This is a stand. It plays music, you know, it's Musical Princess. So it says try me, plays a whole new world. I don't think it works anymore because I kind of tried to press it in the store, but I can't even really get the button to press. If there are changeable batteries, maybe I could get it to work, but I'm not sure. And then on the back, it says, it's a world of musical enchantment for you. Each musical princess doll seems to come alive to music when you place her in her own star-shaped doll stand. Your heart will melt every time you hear your favorite fairy tale melody. Collect them all. Each sold separately and subject to availability. I kind of love the Cinderella though. I mean, I know that she went to a good home with Austin, but I'm a little jelly. But this is fun. Now it's like you and I have this special connection because we both have one of these from the same place. It also says on the back here, turn the star-shaped stand over and there's a picture of each fairy tale princess. Surprise! It's a charm for you to wear. You can turn it into a necklace. And that's what they all look like on the back of the packaging. Of course, we saw all the other ones up close in the video footage. Oh, there's that little Mattel guy. I haven't seen him for a long time. This guy wearing the crown, I remember him from my older toys. I also love this little artwork. See, that's the other thing. I love the little artwork here with the two of them, Aladdin and Jasmine on the magic carpet. I don't know, I just really like her in the box. Let me know. What do you guys think? Should I open her or should I not? If I opened her, I could do like a short or something about her, but it's just so cute and nostalgic. Anyway, yeah, this was the pièce de résistance. You can also see that she comes with a Barbie brush because, you know, it was a Mattel product. And that's the other part of the stand. So I had a really fun time going to this store. I think it was definitely worth it. Definitely worth your time if you happen to be in the South Central Pennsylvania or like Northern Maryland area. It's Greencastle, Pennsylvania, and it's a really cute place. Maybe some of the prices were a little bit high, but again, it's a small business, so they have to try to find ways to make their overhead. So I can't blame them for maybe charging a little bit more than what you might get on eBay, but that's why I wanted to go and support a small business because there's just not a lot of fun little toy stores in my area, so I want to make sure that this one stays alive because I do want to go back. And maybe I will try to find some other interesting things to show you guys if I go back, if they have new stuff, because I know I didn't cover everything because there is just so much to see. And I wanted to make sure I picked stuff for you guys to see that's going to really interest you. Let me know what you thought about the store and the things that I got. Tell me what information that you know about those two ponies that I picked up, and let me know if you would think I should open her, or if you know of a way that would be nice to open this packaging where I might be able to put her back in it, because it is a blister pack and that's kind of difficult. But if you have any ideas for how I might be able to safely open it, let me know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, goodbye, a whole new